When it comes to value creation in business, something has been quietly shifting over the past few decades, and it's gone largely unnoticed. In this video, I'm going to show you why the true value of a mining organization isn't in the tangible, but in the intangible. In 1975, intangible assets only made up 18% of the value of the S&P 500. Intangible assets are things like brand, relationships, culture, intellectual property, data, and systems. By 2020, this had shot up from 18% to making up 90% of the S&P 500 index. In mining, our thinking is biased to the tangible, what's in the ground, the fixed plant, the big yellow toys. Yet these exist on all sites. You could argue that they're table stakes. Examples of intangible assets in mining include high-quality data. Often we see that some data exists hidden away in a database or in data lakes related to a site, but it isn't leveraged for real-time or predictive operational insights. Relationships. Does the site have the social license to continue to operate in the community or in the region? Does the organization have a good relationship with suppliers and regulators? Do executives have strong relationships with key stakeholders and with key shareholders? Reputation. Does the company have a culture of empowering leadership that attracts talent beyond remuneration? Operations. Has the company or site developed a unique way of working that allows them to operate faster, better, or cheaper? In mining, we've seen time and time again that execution risk is high and coordination across functions is complex. The strategy fails not because it is wrong, but because it's not delivered. By building the intangible, what we call operational capability, reduces this gap. Operational capability enables more stable production with fewer disruptions, safer operations with clear controls, faster recovery when things go off plan, a culture that supports change rather than resists it, early warning of impending headwinds, and better relations with stakeholders like the community and with regulators. If you're still not convinced, ask yourself, will that shiny new AI system be fed trustworthy data, or will poor data hygiene kill it on arrival? In a crisis, will stakeholders back you, or are those relationships already on shaky ground? When seeking capital or facing a tough quarter, does your reputation open doors or close them? Can you attract and retain top talent, or is your site known for burnout and bureaucracy? If you acquire a new asset, how quickly can you roll out best practice and maximize value? Capability is critical to delivering any strategy, project, or operational plan. Without it, performance is chaotic, unpredictable, unreliable, and simply unsustainable. Performance will depend on individual heroics rather than systems, meaning it's not repeatable. Improvement efforts don't stick, and risk is greater and harder to manage because it's less visible. Capability doesn't have to be reinvented for each site. I wrote the blueprint for it in my book, Mining for Value. There's no reason that it can't be rolled out across sites within a mining organization. Approaching capability this way actually provides better economies of scale, as everyone's using the same language and working towards a common goal. This approach also creates leverage for all of the corporate functions. Things like HR and L&D, they're able to roll out a consistent high-level approach to things like professional development and people management. Done right, high capability becomes indistinguishable from how we work around here. So, is your site valued for what's in the ground or what it can actually achieve?